How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Apartment 40. I'm your host, as always, Peter Rocha. Today, we're guest hosted with Enzo Moon.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you very much. Coming in the clutch, absolutely, really close to the wire, but he was able to make it in. Today's guest is another local rapper from the 209, coming out with some amazing music. You can check him out on Spotify, YouTube, all listening platforms. He's got an album coming out later this month. Please welcome to the show, Nephi. How's it going, man?
What's up, y'all? What's up? My brother Peter, thanks for having me. What up, y'all?
Yep. So, alrighty, man. Let's get into this.
Dude, I feel like I could sit here for hours.
Right? You just
Press my elbows like this.
standing's not too bad. I want to get chairs really bad, but like I said, it's not in the budget yet.
It's a different energy when you standing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's like when you walk in talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So
Or laying in bed.
Helps you think too, like when you're standing up talking to people.
gets the blood flowing. Yeah.
You just
Shoulders close like this.
Open up your lungs. Somebody was saying like
Cracking.
it makes you feel weird, like you're like feel like you need to stand a certain way.
you gotta stand straight. Chest
Yeah,
out,
right?
fit,
Just puff it.
flex it.
Yeah. Mug shot.
I was just about to say that too.
Yeah.
So damn. So how you been? What's up with your music? I see you working in the studio quite a bit on your Instagram and stuff. What you got in the works?
Yeah, I try to just use that to document a little bit, share a little bit of the process on my Instagram. And yeah, I just been like the last year really been in the studio putting songs together. Like I would always do music before, but it wasn't until this year I decided to like, all right, let's get in the studio.
Yeah, start
and
recording
put some
stuff.
thought and actually create a song.
Yeah.
I mean, not just rapping, not just writing a verse, but like let's do a song with a topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
let's tell a story.
with a vibe to it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Something
yeah.
people can sing.
I like Don't Rush. That's so far as my
Oh, yeah,
favorite
you
song.
like
Dude,
that?
I love that song.
Bro, that's the most I played one right now.
Really?
All of them. I mean, I only dropped like 4 or 5 songs on Spotify, but
Yeah, they're
out of
good
all
though.
of them, Don't Rush is the one that like,
Yeah.
hella my homegirls and just other people be hitting me up like, make another song like that.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's a
Don't
good
Rush-
ass song.
Don't
Yeah.
Rush is my song.
Hell yeah. I was like
Yeah.
slapping in the shower. I was like, dude, this guy's got like a cool ass vibe. I like the story behind it, kind of like whatever, like that little. I know it's not like a real story you're telling, but like
it is actually.
Oh,
The first
yeah.
verse is straight up inspired by.
He's like, those are true events based on a real story.
It's straight up like bar for bar.
But those are the best songs though. The best songs come from real life experiences and reflecting on those experiences. So when you have like those things to build off of, that's the epitome of song making. Right there.
Yeah, I
Bro,
can see
bruh.
that.
That was one of those songs that was hella easy to write. You know what I mean?
It's catchy.
'Cause
It
I
seems
had
like
some
everything just
inspiration.
yeah.
Like, I had a good source of inspiration, so I got in there and it just came like organically and quick. It was one of those. Some songs take hella long for me to write. Some of them it just comes. You know what
like
I mean?
it just like
yeah, it would just flow to me.
like something else is writing the song for
Yeah,
you.
take me like a session or two.
How long does it usually take you to on average? Because like you said, I know there's some songs that take you hella long, and there's some songs that just come on average. Like how long does it take you? How long is your process usually?
Man. You typically fucking forever.
Yeah,
But there's times when I've like, alright, I'll drop a song. Like when me and Enzo worked together, like I knocked his verse out, the first one probably like pretty quick, I wanna say.
like 3 days.
Yeah,
I said,
like he
3
sent it
days.
and I was like,
Damn.
I'll send you a verse back. And then he sent me another one.
That's why
and then
hearing you say.
and I sent him a verse back.
Yeah, that's why hearing you say you struggle with writing some songs. It's like on my end, I'm like, really? Because like your turnaround was like 3 days tops, and then the next one I gave him was like a week tops. So like his
That's still
turnaround
pretty
was
good, yeah.
big, yeah.
Yeah, I was quick, but like other songs or like songs that I'm really trying to put my thought into would be it takes multiple sessions sometimes, you know what I mean? Or like
Yeah. So you have
multiple revisions for sure.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean that's
every song has
that's
like
good.
20 revisions, right?
For real.
Like 20 different drafts. Like every time I record something, I'll like export it like that, and then I'll slap it on my car, like
this is
so
like
I-
all right. Does this
just,
go?
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's how it goes.
Yeah, and then I slap me like, oh no, this part sounds a little off, or I don't like how this bar sounds. I'll go back, edit it, then I'll
Okay.
like, damn near every time just to like make the subtle changes.
Yeah.
Hella nitpicky with it. It takes me forever to like fully complete.
That's kind of how doing the podcast is. Like certain like especially working with multiple cameras now. It's like the angles are like all.
Wait, which one's all the cameras?
So no, you're good. So that camera's mostly like me. It'll pick you up. I don't think it's picking up Enzo, but that camera is picking all three of us up because for some reason the GoPro has like a super wide lens, but it's mostly your guys' camera. It'll pick up like my side, and that one's the main one. And it's like from Enzo to like right here. I want to get like a real nice Nikon or like a real professional camera and make that one the main camera, and then swap out my freaking phone for that one. Because I mean, Enzo obviously he's the first episode. He's seen how far it's come.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I watched yours too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was expecting, honestly.
Was that a couch? Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting to sit down, cozy.
Yeah. No, I'm like it's the real deal now. It's professional.
Yeah, no, this is clean though. The setup's clean. Each episode I've seen so far.
You're good.
You slap that.
Whatever. Yeah. Right.
Probably should silence yourself in the studio. Hey, so Nephi, going back to your music, when you're writing, do you ever like scratch verses and then later on when you're writing a new song, come back to it and be like, hey, I could use like part of this or like some of this.
Yeah.
You're like, because I've always done
all
that
the time.
like every once in a while.
What do you mean, like
So,
you guys use a verse in a different song and it doesn't
so like
work?
going back to what he said, like he does like 20 revisions. Well, sometimes you scratch those verses, but you don't throw them away. You just keep them. And so what'll happen is like sometimes you're writing a new song, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, I remember like something I wrote before, and then you go find it, and then you're like, man, this fits perfect.
All the time. I got some fire ass songs or some old verses with some hard ass bars that I've never dropped.
Really?
But I don't like the beat anymore, and I don't like songs from like 2015, 2016
Yeah,
that are hella hard, bro.
Hell yeah.
I've never dropped. That I'm just
Got
like, damn,
just
I'm about
sitting
to take those bars. I'm not gonna drop those. I'm gonna take some of those bars though and put them in a newer
you
song.
just gotta revise. It's all about revising.
So,
Speaking of
I do that all the
revising,
time.
you redid Swervin', I think. Was it Swervin'?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. How's that doing a remix, like retouching? I mean, I guess we're just talking about music in general, but how is that going back to a song that you've completely done? Like that's a finished song, trying to redo that. And then do you have anything like that for you, Nephi? Like, do you have any songs that you've been looking at you might want to touch up on or do a remix on?
It's a crazy experience because the song is already done. So when you go back, not only are you like looking at the song like how can we improve this, how can we make it better, but you're also looking at like who can make this song better, who can I put on here to make this
complement
already set vibe even more set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have to look at your verse too. Like, do I change my verse or do I leave it the same to give everybody that nostalgia? What do I do? Like, it's a long process. Some people think a remix is just like, oh, you grab two new artists, throw them on the beat, and that's it. But it's not as simple as that. You gotta make sure everything fits. It's like
Yeah, I can see that.
What, so you already dropped the remix for it?
yeah, it's on the summer album.
Okay. Well, what was the differences?
So the
between
difference, the first one, it was just me and my boy Josh on there, and it was just one verse each, and then he kind of did a little bridge, and that was it. But then on the remix, I added my cousin and then my boy G5 from Texas, and took out the bridge and just kind of made it 3 verses, 3 hooks, and kind of just ended the song.
Okay.
So
Yeah, do some new features and
we had
verses
to
and lyrics on there.
we actually had to redo the beat too, because like it was set up for the first setup, so then we had to like
rearrange it.
Yeah, we had to rearrange it and reconfigure everything.
How's that on?
That's cool. That's a proper remix, right?
Yeah. With your like your post recording work, like all that effort, is that in house for you, or do you go through somebody?
Yeah, I do it at my house, all at the crib.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight. Just I use a laptop,
That's the best way to
and
do
I
it.
have my Focusrite solo, and a one mic like that in the corner in the studio.
You got
It's a vibe in there though, bro. All my songs that you've heard, I've recorded right there, and I've engineered them, and mixed them.
I like the lighting you got in there. That like
Oh yeah, dude.
dark
Yeah.
purple
Lighting
and
is
red
just,
lighting.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, you can throw those in here, bro.
That's
$12 LEDs, dog, from Amazon.
That's yesterday I recorded with
Man, Amazon need to pay me to plug that. Shit.
Where's the sponsor?
That's free promo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to sell LEDs.
But somebody was saying, or not somebody, Kenny yesterday, right? Because I recorded with Kenny yesterday because we didn't get to record when I was in Arizona. So I'm basically doubling up right now. So
Yeah.
I think this one probably won't come out for like another 2 weeks. Not next weekend, but probably the weekend after that. But we were talking about, because I use this light here, because those lights, flood so much that you'll have like a big ass shadow. And without this light, it's just a dark spot. So what he was saying was, instead of this bright white one, to get those LEDs on the floor, because he does, he's a Twitch streamer. And on his camera, he has like red LEDs underneath them, so it does that little like, kind of like how in your studio, how you have like the purple and the kind of sets the light. So he was saying I should get like orange, blue, and purple LEDs, kind of like how the logo's color is, and set them up behind us like that. And I was like, that'd be cool, yeah. Kind of had the vibe for it, because they're it's the walls are freaking blank. That's the only bad thing when I'm going through and I'm rewatching the videos. I'm like, it's just so boring to look at. So that's the hard part.
Say just having
Pump it up a little bit.
having a dope representation goes a long way. You know what I mean? Just because we do YouTube videos as well. I have a little YouTube channel that I do as well, and I just feel like the whole vibe. We film it in the studio, like we have artwork up behind us. LEDs, and just how it looks visually. Somebody would want to click that over something else, even if we're covering the same thing. Yeah,
that's how I'm kind of feeling like. I mean, the thumbnails right now are just the logo.
Yeah, this is a step up for sure from Enzo's
the brown couch and chair.
And Nico's, I watched the one he did with Roots.
Yeah. That was
shout out Young Crispy Apple.
Yep.
Dude, my barber.
You too, yeah. No, I go to him. I was trying to get him touched up before this recording. I was gonna see if he could cut my hair. I think today, but I guess he doesn't cut on Sundays now. I was like, oh, he's coming up. He's got real.
He need one day off
though. Everybody.
Yeah, he need
You gotta
one day off.
Somehow.
He's got real operating hours now.
1 day a month.
Yeah.
All right, so Nephi. So I've been seeing you drop like a shit ton of singles, doing a bunch of features. When's the big project coming out? Like, when's the big collection of a bunch of Nephi songs just coming out all at once?
Sheesh. This month, hopefully, or next month.
Have you been working on it? Like giving it some thought?
Yeah, I have 2 projects.
In the works?
They're 12 tracks each.
Yeah,
10 tracks each.
What can you expose right now? What's
The first one that I've been dropping, so I dropped In the City. I dropped.
That's on
Rush.
YouTube, right? Because I think only on Spotify. Because I listen to you on Spotify.
Yeah.
You got Mango Truly, 420, and then Don't Rush on there.
Don't Rush.
I think it's only those 3 though.
Yeah, In the City. Man, honestly, I'm doing it through DistroKid. I never really messed with it. When you put your artist name in the settings, and you're working with somebody else, you have to put their names in a certain way. Like, if you're featuring or if you're collaborating with them. And somehow how I did it categorized it like one of my songs into a different.
Oh, like as their song or?
No, as like.
As a conjoined song. So in order to see it, you either have to search one person and find the songs that they're featured on, or that they're related to, or the other way is you search both those persons' names.
So this one you have to search both of our names to find this song.
Oh.
Kind of like
one,
Demons.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like Demons. That's the hard part.
Like I can't even change it now. I don't think. Can you change that?
Yeah, you can change it. So all you have to do is you go into
You have to
there.
help me out.
You gotta manage it.
I'm new to all that. I straight drop all
so
that.
So when you
myself.
manage it, you go to resubmit, and then when you resubmit, you don't change anything but the way the names are formatted.
Yeah.
And then
that's why.
That'll make it easier.
Yeah. Because it was In the City, and I dropped Don't Rush, and the most recent one I dropped a music video too, Mango Truly.
I like that song a lot.
Yeah, threw some choreo in there.
Yeah, that little. That's what I was gonna bring up. I was like, you have a little choreography going on there. Who is that?
Bring it back to high school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I used to be dancing. You know what I mean? I was out there every club, b-boying, crumping, doing backflips. You know what I'm saying? Doing Polynesian.
So what was that?
Live in high school.
That choreography, is that any, like, how did you guys come up with that? You guys just had, because I know there's some moves in it that I recognize. I was like, oh, I know that dance move, I know that one.
Yeah, we threw the shmees in there, we hit the jerk.
No, jerk, take it back. Old school, I was in middle school. God damn.
That's my era.
That's that shit, man.
That's when shit started.
It was like fun.
Right.
Like, dance move wasn't just a fucking hand wave, you know?
Yeah.
You had the nene, all you do is just wave your hand and take a couple steps back. Nah, the jerk was complicated. You had to learn how to do that shit.
The jerk, the Soldier Boy. I remember that one. That's a throwback one. You remember the Soldier Boy?
Yeah, I still do that.
I still do that.
It's right there.
That's a classic.
Yeah, they play that mini club. I'm going stupid, boy. I'm hitting that shit going. through the roof. I'm jumping hella high.
Flying into people and shit.
You're fucking rushing people like you're fucking rushing through the
I
line.
was like
and
fourth
shit.
grade when that song dropped.
Oh yeah, that's
Damn.
lit.
But yeah, no. How was that recording a music video? Because I mean that was a Mango Truly as far as the ones I'm talking about. That one looked pretty good. How is that? Like, what's the deal with that one? How do you go about that?
How it came together. Honestly, I didn't even want to drop it. It was supposed to drop sooner, but I was like, I didn't want to drop it. And
Why?
My boy C-Dub, shout out my boy C-Dub. Me and him have an album. It's called, the album that all these singles are for is me and C-Dub. It's our collaborative album. So it's me and him on every song.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were trying to do a music video. We wanted to do it at the beach, but then all the fires happened.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is like back then.
Yeah.
We were like, let's go to Santa Cruz, and it was like the next day it got hella ashy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was all gray and hella.
It's gonna look
sky,
ugly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nasty.
But we were still trying to film though. Like, bro, we can't just.
Yeah, you guys came out here. Let's get something
like we
done.
came out here or we planned this day. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
what my day is set for, so we gotta pull through. So we're like, fuck it, let's do it. And he had work too. He ended up having to do OT. So when we finally met up, it was like I had to go to this fool's house. He stays in Modesto now. So I pulled up and it was like 6 p.m. already. So we were like, bro, we got an hour and a half, 2 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
Daylight through this foggy ass ashy screen.
So basically, it's already like dark out.
For the music video
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
Like, bro, fuck it, we gotta do it today. Fuck it. We had some mango trulies. I was like, go buy a pack. And I was like, all right, what do we got around here? We got like a little park we could walk around or something. And we already had the idea.
That was
We already had the idea.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's just film you and her like on a date, and then just have me rapping.
Yeah.
Cut to me rapping, and I'll throw a choreo at the end and make it a little interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's basically what we did. So there's kind of a storyline behind it. Like he swoops her, they walk around through the park and shit. They go.
That was over at Oak Park, huh? I recognize that. Is it that bridge? Where was that?
Oak Park? Nah, this was in Modesto.
Oh, that looks like you know what bridge I'm talking about? Yeah, it looked like that red bridge you gotta go over. That's why I was like, oh, that's Oak Park.
So you're doing a collab album with C-Dub?
Yeah.
Damn. So tell me about that process, because me and my little cousin we're gonna be going through that process here pretty soon once we both drop our EPs. So how does that process really like play out? Like all the scheming and coming up with songs and everything.
What was it, October? Man, track Don't Rush, we made this like last October. Don't Rush.
Damn.
Yeah, it's October
Really?
already. The second, I think track two is like, we already made over a year. Track 2 is from like 2017.
Damn.
Fuck.
We have a track on there called Baddie.
That's dope though.
Yeah.
I always like.
And I want to say like, there's 10 songs on there. I think there's 10 or 12. There's the rest of them. I think the other 6 are all from current. Yeah.
Recent stuff you've recorded.
Yeah.
That's a set.
So like, is the album pretty much done? You're just like finishing up some touches, or are you still working on songs for it?
Yeah, I haven't been able to get him in the studio. We have a couple things to touch up on.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's hard, is just finding time for us to get together, because he stays in a different city. And, you know,
Sure, that's.
I need his voice. He's the one singing,
Yeah.
barring the hooks. And yeah, that's just it. There's some adjustments he wants to make on some things, and then some, like a verse on one more we got to do, and that's pretty much it.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much there already, but just.
And then dropping it too. Like when you drop it, it takes like a few weeks for it to even upload onto.
That's what because we were talking about moving the podcast, I guess weekly, but we're talking about moving the podcast onto audio only platforms. Like not strictly to where it's only on there, but to have it on there as well. Because I was.
Yeah, you should do it on audio.
Yeah, because I brought it up multiple
places.
times. Yeah, that it's hard for someone to sit down and watch YouTube for an hour. You know.
Definitely.
Because most of, I think on average now, all of our videos are about an hour long. So it's rough for someone to sit down at a computer, watch people talking for a whole hour. Then it would be like, say they're driving, or they got their headphones on or whatever. It's easier to listen that way. So, but he was saying like, yeah, it takes like a whole week for it to just upload. And I was like, the nature of this show is like it can't. I think our week's probably like our max we can do to release an episode. Because like there's some things, like I was talking to you when we were watching the football game right now, how me and Kenny, we were recording yesterday, and we were talking about how we don't think the Raiders are gonna like do very good against the Chiefs.
Nah, they're finna dog
Yeah, and
them.
I'm like they're beating them right now, so I'm like that's gonna look dumb next
Man,
week
I got
when
Henry Ruggs on my motherfucking bench. I'm hot.
I
This man's popping off right now.
well he was hurt, like I know he was
that's why
out.
I had him out. He
Yeah.
was questionable. So
I didn't
had
know
him
he
on
was
the
coming
bench.
for this game.
Yeah, that's crazy. But going back to the DistroKid thing, that shit is very complicated because I remember when I first dropped my very first single, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up super.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
crazy.
I put the,
Yeah, so you guys
I
did
put
like
the
a
date
collab.
for like, no, so
Oh,
this
oh.
was like my very first single. I put the date like 4 days from.
Was
when I
this,
posted it. So then
Yeah,
it
it's
dropped
not
like
happening.
2 weeks later,
That's
and I
not
was
happening.
like, what the hell is happening? And I was like, man, what the hell?
It doesn't
And
even
I-
say that. If you
and
put
then-
like 4 days, it's gonna be like, nah. It takes at least like a week to get it to these sites.
But the worst part is it'll let you upload. Like, it'll let you upload
Now-
it with the date you picked, and then it'll be like, all right, it'll be posted in 2 weeks. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I had to like go and repost like all my shit and
Is that
Rearrange some
drop
dates.
it. Yeah.
is that just music? Because I know like some
Okay,
podcast
so-
shows
so
like
as far as
they can
audio-
drop weekly like that.
As
but-
far as audio, so yeah, you could drop weekly, but you have to upload it the week before.
Mm.
So a week prior. So say you wanted to drop this Friday, you better have uploaded it last Friday.
Or you want it to drop next Friday.
You
Drop
need
it
to
on
upload it
Friday.
today.
Damn. So like say we were gonna put this episode on Spotify, right? Or wherever you guys drop your music at. We would have to, right, and it takes me and you about a week to just get the product done.
Yeah.
So then it'd be an addition. So and say we post it right when we got it done. So it wouldn't be next week, would it be like 2 weeks from now?
Yeah. But the way it's looking right now is we're gonna wait to start dropping your episodes till the first season.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'll already have all the audio and I'll just download it all and then just send it through one week
Yeah.
at a time and I'll be
The process, man. The process. Where do back to music, I guess, because we're kind of trailing off. What I've been wanting to ask both of you guys, I guess, because is where do you guys get your titles from? So like Mango Truly, Don't Rush. I feel is kind of like obvious. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys?
Tight.
Yeah. Do you guys come up with your titles first, or do you guys do your song and then you guys listen and be like, all right, what would you name this song?
Yeah, it usually comes after. Mango Truly wasn't even called Mango Truly. At first it was Mango Smoothie. Like my first
Mango
bar,
smoothie.
my first bar was Mango Smoothie.
Mango Smoothie.
Yeah, sipping on a mango smoothie so my day goes.
Then it's smoothly again.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's
that'd be
what it
it.
was first, but then we were sipping on Trulies, yeah.
Oh, okay,
and I also
yeah.
be thinking like, when I make songs, I be trying to throw relevant.
Yeah,
bars
like
in there,
modern
you know
stuff.
what I
and
mean?
I think that's what makes it kind of go is that like
Yeah, and I
Mango
was like,
Trulies
yeah,
are
like,
definitely
everybody's
yeah.
selling Trulies, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, sipping on a mango Truly so my day goes smoothly. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah.
change it to that.
That was way better.
'Cause I
Yeah.
have a recording like with mango smoothie on there. Most of them was there.
Ooh.
Like I made that revision at the end. We're like, what the fuck? Yeah, we gonna call it mango Truly. It's gonna be
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
the next.
sometimes you get it like right at the beginning though. But like with that song that I did, "Come On, Let's Go."
Mhm.
I mean, the hook is just like so. It's "Come on, let's go." Like you hear "Let's Go" so freaking
Yeah, that's a pretty common
consistently.
phrase.
Like, all right, this song has to be called "Let's Go." You call it something else, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why would you
Yeah.
name it this?"
yeah.
So it just depends on the song. Like sometimes the title will come to you right away, and sometimes you're writing a song and then you finish it and you're like, "Oh, that's what I call it. I got it."
What do you think stumps you guys the most in your guys' process? Like, is it the hook? Is it the in between for the verses in between? Is your guys' title, or is it like the production itself, recording? What do you think is your guys' like stump?
My biggest stump easily is the second verse, because
Second verse.
I'll knock out the hook, no problem, and then you write the first verse, no problem. Then you get to that second verse and it's all about matching
gotta top it.
patterns.
You gotta top it.
Yeah,
you gotta
you-
finish harder.
You gotta finish harder.
stronger.
It's like it's like the last lap
Damn.
of the relay race.
Like,
Your
damn, I already
anchor's gotta
barred.
be strong.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I already barred the first verse. That shit took me a minute to come up and crack.
How am I gonna
these
beat that?
bars.
How do
Yeah.
you beat that? And then sometimes I'll write the second verse and go, well, this one's weaker. This one's going first.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens like that.
You guys just rearrange
Yeah.
stuff around.
Like sometimes, like on some songs, like on the song "Ridin'," the part that's the bridge actually started as my second verse. And then I didn't like how I repeated it, and I was like, well, I don't want to scratch this yet, so let me just hold on to it. Then I wrote my second verse, or I substituted my boy, and then he got his second verse in, and then he was like, why don't you just use this for this little bridge section right here? So we tried it, and it was just like perfect. And I was like, dude, this is like the vibe right here. And it was just like, sometimes songs come together a different way than what you originally planned out.
Yeah.
That's interesting that you say that, because I feel like that's how like this stuff goes. Like you can, you kind of can, you have more freedom to like move stuff around. And I think you guys have more liberty, because like with this, I can't take what we're saying right now and throw that in the beginning, because obviously there's like
It's gonna,
there's some continuity that's got to continue. But I mean, like with some of the other videos, or like the updated video that I posted, like you have the freedom to move pieces around exactly how you want it. And I guess you could do that with a song, because what you guys are basically following a formula, right? You guys have like your verse, your hook, your verse, your bridge, or like however it is.
Usually,
you have to go with the beat.
Yeah, the beat writes the format for you.
Yeah, the beat will dictate where you're gonna throw your verse.
So what do you mean by that? Like the beat writes the verse for you?
You'll have, you listen to a beat just how it's laid out. So for example, in Don't Rush, you just have the strings in the beginning. Mm-hmm. It's like just the plucking.
Yeah.
And it's like 20 seconds of that. You know what I mean? It's like 16 bars, I think, of just the beat playing. So I could have started rapping right there, but I use that to do the intro. So I was just talking.
Yeah.
And then the beat drops, and I start the verse right there. And then it's 16 bars of the verse, and the beat sounds like this. And after that, the beat switches again, and that's where the homie comes in and he starts singing. You know what I mean? So when it switched up, I was like, okay, that's the typical length of a verse, 16 bars, and then the beat switches. Okay, that's where the next person will come in and throw his pre-hook in there. So he does like, girl, you make me feel so.
Yeah.
That part in.
Sing it, bro. Sing it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
You know, and then the instrumental changes again. All the instruments come in. The beat gets hella active. So you know that's where the hook goes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So it kind of just.
But you listen to the song. Like you find a song or beats. Like hella my homies make beats. Hella fools send me beats.
That's
so
what I was gonna ask you.
You gotta find that. You know, you have to listen to it and format the song kind of before you write it. Yeah, format it to the beat.
Cause I know what Luna, you get your beats from outsources too. I was gonna ask Nephi, where do you usually get your beats? Do you make any beats, or do you have people, or do you shop for them?
Yeah, I buy some online. I have homies who make beats too.
What do you prefer usually, or where do you usually source your beats?
In-house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I prefer using.
Yeah, definitely in-house, because it's a lot cheaper.
It's just that's the way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes it's all.
Do you feel like it's more?
Homegrown,
I was gonna say organic, more genuine. That the beats are made here, the verses are made here. Than buying a beat and plugging in your verse to it.
Yeah, my homies make beats. I'll buy beats off the homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a stronger attachment when you get it from someone you know rather than just buying it offline. Because when you buy a beat online, you don't know that dude directly. So
and you don't know how many people bought that beat too.
You're just supporting his dream. You know what I mean?
I can see.
But then when you outsource to people that are within your circle and people that are fucking with you tough on a daily basis, that's contributing to specifically yourself and your circle, and it's just only pushing your group even further. So that when you finish that product, it feels a lot more sentimental than something you just bought.
Yeah. Hey, who did the beat for Problems? The one that song me.
I like Problems.
Wow, I'm trying to hop on more beats like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounds like it could go on Royal Honey. Like, you know what I mean? Like Royal Honey, if you listen like Don't Rush, Mango Truly, they kind of have that same type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like instruments, kind of like this album is hip hop and it's
the way
more
I like
R&B. You know what I mean? Like
the way
R&B,
I like
hip hop.
to, it's like reggaeton, reggae, pop, and hip hop is fucking.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
the biggest baby ever.
Yeah.
Those are the type of beats that like really stand out.
Yeah, because Mango Truly and Don't Rush have like even though they're two completely different songs, like what they're saying, they both have that like not bubbly, but like an uptone kind of
positive.
Yeah, very positive. Yeah,
very positive vibe. And
yeah,
those
I like
are the
that.
type of vibes you want to put into the world.
Yeah,
especially as an artist coming from a shitty place, but not from a shitty background. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're from a shitty place, but your background doesn't necessarily consist of.
Or just because you're from here doesn't mean you got to be what Stockton is. I mean,
Yeah,
and that's
what I mean. Just
that's a
because
bad
you're
thing,
from
yeah.
Stockton doesn't mean your life or your history consists of gunshots and gang life. You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel like
And-
that's
And that's the type of vibe I want to put out in the world, and I'm sure Nephi feels the same way. Like, we don't want to put out.
Nephi's like, fuck that shit, bro. Gang
bad
shit all day.
No, I do that. I mean, I don't bang, but you know,
I mean, this is the city we live in. Like,
yeah.
there's a lot. I mean, I got family that bangs. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
just
I got family
you're just
bang.
around it.
I was
Yeah.
bang, and like my dad stayed in the hood too. You know what I mean? I stayed over there, or at the block. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the block, G block, 4800 block. You know what I'm saying? My dad stayed over there. That's where I really get the music from.
Yeah.
My pops and all my uncles over there, they all did music. They got literally hundreds of songs like online, bruh.
Just for them though. Like, are
Yeah,
they
some
publishing
performance.
it or?
It's on Bandcamp. It's on Bandcamp. So whoever, you know what Bandcamp is?
It's an old ass site.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
It's an old ass site.
It's on MySpace.
Bandcamp.
You gotta check it out on
You know what I'm
MySpace.
saying?
Yeah, check it out on MySpace.
But it's clean. That shit's clean though, bruh.
That's what's up.
Nah,
Yeah,
my
but
dad-
no, yeah, I stay.
that's
It's
definitely
ghetto
where
over there, you know what I
it
mean?
comes from.
Like, I've been around it, but I don't bang shit.
Yeah.
But I could like,
Get into
I'm
it
from
if
there,
you
so
want.
I'm saying I'm from there, so I could collaborate. I can make any
Yeah.
type of music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been around it, you know what I mean? I grew up, I've been around it, I've seen it.
Definitely can relate to the
I could, you know, speak on it.
Yeah, you can
Give
relate
my
to it, and then
perspective on it.
someone
At the
can't
same
call you out and be like, "You ain't never done that shit." Like,
Yeah,
what are you rapping about?
But, bruh,
Bro, step off, dog. Step off. I'm gonna hit you with the Jack
nah,
Black.
people, you know what I mean? People who know me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. It's good to be able to represent where you're from, and be able to take bits and pieces of the experiences that you have and share them through your music. Which
And that's how I've seen it too. Like, it's cool because like I'm not from a history of like how Nephi is, but I've been around it before, plenty of times. But I'm not gonna put myself in that position just because
you
I
want to
don't
make
have
a
that strong
song.
enough of a history
Yeah.
with it. You know what I mean? To back it up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do come from a shitty town, and I do see a lot of shitty shit,
Yeah, you speak on that always.
and
That's
I
another.
speak on it all the time. Like my next EP is all about. It's a motivation EP, so it's all about like getting out of the struggle, trying to grind, staying on the dream, like that type of shit. Like that's the next vibe I'm going with.
What's the next vibe you're looking for? Like another Mango Truly, another Don't Rush. You got.
Man. Shit, y'all want to hear something?
Let's go get
Oh,
that.
okay. He's gonna.
I feel like you
He's gonna
chasing
bust it out.
the love song vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, I like.
So
Honestly,
this
you
one-
got the
What's in
voice
hip-hop?
for it, bro. You
Yeah,
got
so-
the R&B, hip hop.
So I'm saying, you
Kinda
seen Hard Head
vibe.
Edmo though?
Yeah.
The
yeah.
what?
You seen the Hard Head Edmo, the one we did? The one where
no.
we had hella props in the video.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
This one right here. Let me see. Show you real quick.
Let's see.
Let me see. You seen this one?
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that one yet.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. That's a cool animation. We'll put a link to the video in the description.
This is straight Fiverr editor right here, dog.
Fiverr?
I sent finish
You
it.
sent it to the Fiverr dude?
To the Indonesian homie.
Somebody said that.
Oh, I like that bar right there.
Yeah.
I'm making chess moves. I'm the king on a mission. That shit is
How when you guys
Wasn't there?
cause there's some bars like dude you said something like when you make it
Don't rush.
I don't know if I think it was Mango Truly you mentioned a bar but it's in relation to like when you guys are making references like to Stockton or to something that your listeners will get but only a certain group of those listeners when you come up with those like what kind of feeling do you get with that because I feel like I was gonna say I feel like I'd get giddy like
Yeah.
like I know what that
You always
is.
gotta throw something relevant in there.
So,
That sticks
like
most. Some
a
people
little-
can imagine themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you support me, people hear my shit. Yeah, I have a Stockton bar and hella of my songs. And Mango Truly, I have the Nate Diaz bar.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Nate
was
Diaz,
like-
something like slaps or something.
I was like,
because
the
it's like,
ganja rap, you know, Better join us because you can't beat us. I promise that. Keep the ganja rap, making Stockton slaps things. I'm Nate Diaz.
Yeah, there you go. See, shit like that, I was like, ooh, okay.
I
As a
always wanted to say
Stocktonian,
that.
you
Like
get a
that
little...
right there. That's an example of like a bar that I've had in an old song. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, so after we got done replacing the batteries on the camera,
We back.
yeah, we're back.
Direct.
Sorry for the interruption.
Apartment 40.
Yeah, you were so besides music, I noticed that another thing you're posting a lot is your weightlifting, you're grinding, bro. You like, are you working out for a specific reason? Are you like just trying to make yourself look better on camera, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I've always worked out my whole life. I'm born around athletes. My whole family ball. They play football. Both of my parents are martial artists.
What kind of martial arts?
They boxing, karate,
Oh, okay.
or yeah, karate. And I have uncles on my Filipino side who box, do eskrima, everything. Yeah,
That's just crazy.
yeah.
What's that? What's a screamer? I'm not Filipino.
martial arts. Filipino martial arts. Yeah.
Sticks, bro.
It's not that. Is it that stick
Knives.
one where they like?
Yeah, knives too. Defense
yeah,
against
yeah,
knives.
too.
Yeah, it's defense against knives.
Okay.
That's probably where it's more applicable in the street.
I was gonna
It's,
say, I was like-
defense against knives and
That's an important skill,
yeah,
especially out here.
And then just real killer shit. But nah, I've always been trained my whole life since a little kid.
It's
always
something
working out.
athletic, yeah.
Yeah, if I don't work out, bruh, it's fucking. I get antsy. Like I start feeling hella out of shape. Like fuck, bruh, I feel hella small. My muscles start going away. That's how I be feeling, bruh. I feel hella stiff. I have to work out, bruh.
Just gotta burn it off.
For different people, it's just one of those things. Like it's just one of those things. Like
And
keeps
I like
you
to do
going.
it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's good to work out, bruh. I
me-
encourage everybody to work out,
For
dog.
me,
You
it's
look
music
better.
and smoking weed. If I don't do those two things, bro, I'm fucked, bro. I'll go into a panic and I'll just start murking niggas. Like it'll just be bad.
He said murking niggas.
People will just start losing their heads. I can't. I gotta
That's rough.
have my music and I gotta smoke.
That's rough.
Whether it's listening to music or actually making music, I gotta have music. If
Yeah,
music
I always
didn't exist, I'd be.
So yeah, how's that as interesting reason why you brought that up? Not weed, but listen, as music artists, you guys yourself, you guys producing music. What kind of music do you guys listen to? What gets, and not just to inspire you to do, but like, what's your gonna go take a shower music? What's your I'm driving to work. You guys don't listen to music in the shower? That's what I do. I need to bring my speaker
I
all the
usually
time.
slap my own beats while I'm in the shower.
Oh,
As of
okay.
late,
Definitely.
I slap my own shit and I'd be rapping while I'm in the shower to my own shit.
So
But
you
I
guys-
do artists who I like all time favorite artists or who I'm
Yeah.
on currently.
Just like
Let's do
vibes,
both. We
like
got some time. Let's do both.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of music, bruh. We just 21 Savage dropped his album.
No, yeah.
I see you
Yeah.
slapping that shit.
Yeah, Savage Mode 2. He got some bangers on there. There's this artist I just discovered. Her name's Umi. Yeah, she's
What kind of
she's
does
clean.
Umi?
She's like, she reminds me of like damn, I don't know. She's like a Janae Aiko. Literally, she's black and Japanese as well. But she has hella like melodic, like floaty love
the
songs.
like
Yeah, she
I
can
like
sing
that-
too. Her voice is hella nice.
Yeah,
It's
I've been
her voice is
listening-
hella soothing. Her name's Umi. She's
Umi. Just
Yeah, my
you
homie
you
put
am
me on
I?
her.
You am I? Like
UMI.
UMI,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
She's hella clean, bro. She's bad too.
because I've been listening to some Japanese music actually, like and
I
not
listen to
even.
hella anime. Oh,
Yeah,
my
like
anime.
anime
music,
intros.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
bro, we don't have enough time to get into that.
I
But
watch hella anime, dog.
yeah, no, I just finished the Shippuden series, the Naruto.
Finally.
Yeah, after
Hella
fucking,
late,
I've been
bro.
watching this show.
I was late too. I was like 3
Yeah.
years late.
No, well, I didn't even get into Naruto. I didn't even get into anime until I graduated. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch anime in high school. I watched Pokemon when I was a kid. It's like the only anime I watched. But
I stay on anime.
yeah, once I graduated,
Now.
do this
Stay on
anime
it now,
shit.
bro.
I got into Naruto. Finished that. Got into Shippuden, and then just like last week, I finally finished all fucking 500 episodes. But now I don't know what to watch. I tried doing Bleach, but
Hey, like Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale's
Fairy Tale. I heard like Seven Deadly Sins, but
Seven Deadly Sins is good too.
yeah, but no, I've been listening to like some of the like just the outros and intros, and there's Kimi no Se by the Peggies. I've been listening to that one, but yeah, no, I like that. They all seem to have like kind of the same energy, the same like not bubbly. I don't like saying bubbly because that sounds too like kiddish, too light, but it has that upbeat kind of like
Yeah,
positive. But I think when you say Umi has that, yeah.
See, I've been doing a lot of decade searching lately. So.
What do you mean? Oh, like best of the 50s, best of the 60s.
So like I go through decades. So like right now I'm on an 80s binge because I forward all these rappers 80s.
What kind of 80s? Because you got like the hard rock of the 80s, and then you got like.
Well, I've been really on a lot of the popular shit. So like
I've been trying to find old stuff too. You can't find anything new. You can always dig back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I don't know, stuff like Take On Me.
Oh,
like
yeah.
And like you got like Don't You Wanna Dance, Don't You Wanna Dance. Like Whitney Houston, exactly. See, all this stuff that I'm spitting out, you have never even heard of.
I've heard a lot of Whitney Houston songs.
Like you just dip into like different things, man. Like
one was a big Whitney Houston fan.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of different things, and like I be getting inspiration. Like, oh, I could sample this. Oh, you could vibe with this. Like,
Yeah,
oh, this
definitely.
beat I could definitely rap on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get inspiration from old music.
And then you start to hear like a lot. Like when you go back to the '80s and then you go back to the '90s, you start to hear a lot of where the newer artists are getting their samples from. Like that song that Vanilla Ice did. The dum, 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 dum.
Oh yeah, that freaking beat. Yeah, that little
part is actually a part in an '80s song, and it's like completely different.
Wasn't there a lawsuit about that?
A lot.
I was gonna say, I feel like Vanilla Ice stole that, right? Yeah.
Got in trouble for that. So like a lot of people do it all the time. Like if you've been listening to music lately, like freaking on the GOAT album for Polo G, he just hopped on one of Tupac's old beats.
And that's an old ass beat too.
That's the way it is.
There's an original.
He hopped on that beat.
Somebody sampled.
There's a song before that. There's a
That
song before
Tupac
that.
did. Tupac took that already, and it was
So-
the song before that.
So
Yeah,
he stole something from Tupac that Tupac stole from somebody
I
else.
don't know about stole.
Well,
you know,
used-
sampling, you know,
Yeah.
music.
I mean, they pay for
sampling
their
music.
copyrights. I mean, if you're a big time studio artist, you pay for your copyrights.
I never even
so
heard
it's all
the-
covered.
I swear Tupac's was the original. I never even heard the original
Yeah. never
till
heard it.
till this
Yeah.
year. I was like, what the fuck is
That's
this?
I noticed a lot. Like there's an artist called
They need to just put the Tupac version on. Why are they slapping this?
you guys heard of Lil Boom?
Mhm.
You have?
Mhm.
Have you heard of Lil Boom? He's kind of like more provocative rapper. Not bad, but just like
Sexual.
I guess sexual, but
Innuendos and whatnot.
kind of, but just more like
Vulgar?
I'm gonna say it. Who gives a shit kind of thing?
Vulgar.
I guess vulgar, but he has one.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, there you go.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered would be a good
Yeah.
way of saying it.
No
But he has a song called "Already Dead," right? And it has like a little beat and that "Oh My Wamo." That,
Oh, yeah,
that part. Well, right. So I thought he was the original, right? Because I saw in TikTok, I think somebody was making a fucking video and they used him. They used his song, right? So I was like, oh, let's listen to that song. So I listened to it. I was like, that's a cool song. And then I was like, where did he get that beat from? And I listened to that song, and then that song used that beat from somebody else. So he took it from like 5 people ago. Probably didn't even know that's the person that made it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy.
Well, like Lil Mosey, he just redid Chris Brown's "Yo." He just redid that on one of his recent albums.
Hell no.
And I just
That's one of my favorite Chris Brown songs.
And then
That was my favorite.
I know when I heard it, I was like, "This is bad. No, you can't.
Oh, you
stand
didn't do
this
it
shit."
justice.
He,
I mean, I don't even.
it's
ever since I
he
seen his
changed it.
for a modern
his weak
day
ass
rap-
double XL verse.
Oh man,
That
that
shit
bitch
was
is
weak.
weak.
That shit was weak as fuck.
And then
I'ma
you
slap
got like
that little
Pop
nigga
Smoke. He just redid. He sampled that song from the '90s.
Was it?
really like what? He sampled that one too.
Yeah, that one too, but no, not that one.
Was it a rock song? Because I heard somebody sample a rock song under like a hip hop song. I'm like, that doesn't sound good at all. It's like you need to stop that.
Oh, that was Tommy Lee with Post Malone and Tommy Lee was the guitarist that substituted in, and it was Post Malone and what's his name? Fuck, I can't.
I don't know. I hope it wasn't because I like Post Malone,
But
and I hope he didn't do that.
There's a lot of rendition. Oh, it's Pop Smoke. Fuck, I fucking have it. It's fucking. God, dude, that song is fucking ridiculously noticeable. We got like 10 minutes. Hold on, I'm gonna find this shit right now.
He said like right now.
Because it's gonna piss me off, and if I don't, I just say. What You Know About Love?
What you know about love?
Yeah, that's what the name of the song.
That's the.
My whole life has changed.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, yeah, I know
So
that
like
song.
you got a lot of people doing that type
My
of
whole
stuff. So
life
it kind
has
of gets your
changed.
brain thinking like, oh yeah, and then I talked to a bunch of old heads who are like into hip hop, and like you bring that up to them, and they're like, oh, so people are just running out of ideas again, huh?
Basically, have you guys seen that YouTube video called One Chord or Three Chords? I think it's called Three
Oh yeah,
Chords.
yeah.
To where it's what's the name of that band?
Oh, you talking about where they play hella pop songs?
It's like,
Same
well,
chord?
it's not even just pop. It's like pop, R&B, hip hop. But they play like 100 songs. They just use the same chord. But they just change up the tempo and whatever lyrics they're using, and it's like so many different songs.
Yeah.
I'll put a link in that one too because that's a really good video.
Yeah,
I like watching
I've
it.
seen shit like that before. That is pretty cool.
How's that feel as artists? You guys that saying of like, people are running out of ideas. Do you guys feel that at all, or do you guys hear other songs when you guys are listening to your beats? You're like, oh, that kind of sounds like such and such. Do you guys get nervous about that? Does that worry you guys at all?
No, I don't have a problem with people remixing or sampling.
No.
It's nothing. I think if it turns out dope and it's dope, you know what I'm saying?
Play it, yeah.
See, I'm always up for a good rendition. Like if you take an old song and clean it up and make it like freaking super dope, I'm down for that. But
If it's trash though,
yeah,
Don't
then
touch it.
I can
Yeah, you
understand where
shouldn't
the old
release
heads are coming from. Like, oh, people are running out of originality. People don't have like any ideas to run with. And if you're coming out with renditions and they suck, then yeah, I would definitely say that you're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
What to do?
Yeah.
But if you're coming out with renditions and they're hitting top 100 charts, I don't think people should chime in and talk negative about that.
Yeah.
So
If you're showing your numbers, yeah, you might as well, I guess.
yeah, you're turning it into you're taking the sample from it, but the lyrics, the content is completely different. You might have some same melodies, but it's a whole modernized, updated version or updated remix rendition.
Just something new for the new age.
Just like,
So it's original in that way.
yeah. I mean, there's originality to it, but at the same time, you are taking somebody else's thing and pretty much doing a cover, and that's what like YouTube singers do all the time, and they don't get in trouble for that. So why should rappers that's the way I see it.
No, that's crazy. Singing covers versus rapping over beats completely different, bro.
It is different.
Because you singing the lyrics.
Yeah, but I
melodies.
mean, most rappers who do a rendition and do a cover, they don't rap the same lyrics.
Yeah, I'm saying
They change their lyrics.
that takes a whole different thing.
It's a whole different vibe. It's like
You gotta
singing.
actually
Singing,
rewrite. You gotta
singing,
come up with your own verse.
You could sing the same exact lyrics, but change the notes. In rapping, you gotta change your.
You can't
flow.
rap. You can't cover a rap song.
It's
You
hard.
can't cover a rap song.
It's hard.
And
dude.
rap
It's
the
like-
same verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
'Cause I feel like
Pull
that's-
up I'm gonna cover this motherfucking
You can't be
Tupac
like.
song and
Yeah,
then
you
rap
can't-
Tupac's verse on it.
You
It's
can't.
like,
You
nah,
can't be
nah,
like.
nah.
It's not the same as singing.
Yeah.
Trying to
You gotta write
do
your
a
whole
cover
own
for Wiz Khalifa and be like, I pull up. People would be like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Bro? This is not
Told
what
you I'm
you
doing the
know,
cover.
bro.
It has my voice on it.
You can't.
Yeah, this is the
Sometimes
remix
you
right
just
here.
can't.
So,
Just,
Send you home doctored up.
yeah, that's tough.
yeah.
But that's good as far as like, you guys definitely both have a lot of stuff going on. Enzo, thank you for coming on the show. Unfortunately, it brings us to the end. We're running out of time here. So thank you for coming on, co-hosting with us. I know we kind of called you last second, put us in a little bit of a pinch,
It's all
but
good.
we appreciate it,
Glad to do it. Glad to be here.
as always.
Yeah, I've been seeing this for hella long.
For real,
It's
since
like
the
years.
Potomac Way block, bro.
Right.
That shit was crazy.
And then Nephi,
My mom's day.
yeah,
Trampoline backflips and fucking falling off of it and shit. That shit was great.
old school stuff. But thank you, Nephi, for coming in.
Yeah,
Really
thanks for
appreciate you
having
coming on the show. Absolutely. If you got anything going on whatsoever, whether you got albums coming out, songs, if you got merchandise, where people can find you, that camera, this one, any of the cameras, let them know. It's all you. Go ahead.
Show. Hey, shout out to the boy Peter right here having me on the show. You know what I'm saying? Apartment 40. But it's your boy Nephi, 209 Nephi on Instagram, Twitter. You can check me out on there. I post my lifestyle on there. I'm also on Spotify, iTunes, all streaming platforms. Check me out. Nephi. You just type my name, Nephi, Nephi. Something will pop up. And I'm on YouTube too. You can find me on YouTube. Got some music videos on there. If you want to check out some reactions, I also do a reaction channel to some music and some anime shit. That's at Rasen Gang Worldwide. Yeah, so check that out too. Do some shit on there.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well,
Oh, hold up. And
Go
the
ahead.
music too. Royal Honey dropping next month. 10 tracks. This shit is hard as fuck. it's like some female-oriented music. Mango
There you
truly
go.
don't
Yeah.
rush those type of vibes.
There you go. Look for it, ladies.
I didn't even release the best ones. Let's say that. You think those hit? Those are the weak ones. Those are the sorry ones. Those are the ones I was like, let me just throw those out. But
That's what's up.
it's fire, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's one of the hardest music pieces I've ever heard. Out of everything I've ever heard. Like, to me, I listen to a lot of shit.
It's honey. It's golden honey right there.
I got good music taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this is up there.
That's what's up. Well,
Royal Honey, and then I got another project, me and my boy, or me and a couple features on there. I have another project. That one's more rap.
for sure.
Yeah, so I got the Royal Honey, more R&B, and I got another one where it's just straight some hard shit.
Nice.
It's gonna be rap.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
you guys heard it here. Keep an eye out for it. Any links, we'll put them in the descriptions. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to keep the lookout. We got Apartment 40's got a lot of new stuff coming on, as you guys seen in previous videos. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Comment down below. Check us out. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
All right, y'all. Peace.